Hello and welcome everybody back to Felix of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Kebablord here, and this is again the campaign of Anno 2070. Yeah, we already built quite a city in the last episode, and I'm now going to check if I did all the production and so on right, because for the very simple reason that I played last episode without my notes, because I was prepared to playing the Tycoons, and turned out no, game decided I should play as Eco, and overall that is okay. And still, yeah. You know what I mean. So, as I said, we are going to check the production first. So we have 416 workers and 2,745 employees. So let's assume 500 workers and 3,000 employees. So in regards of T, we have 8 and 7 who are running at 76%. So that makes 15 times 0.75. Oh my god, mathematics, yeah, that should equal around 12. And 12 are enough to support around 4,000 T1 people. And a bit more of T2 people, or do they have the same ratio? They have the same ratio, okay, so that works. That is nice. Then, fish. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is enough to supply 2,000 T1 workers, or around 3,000 of eco employees. Okay, we have more than 8. Okay, that makes 11. Then next is the production of communicators. So first of all, we have 2 sand extractors, and how many copper mines do we have? We have 1, 2. Did we build a third one somewhere? Yeah, here's the third one. Okay, with 3 copper mines we can supply 6 factories, and that means we can supply 6 of those. 2 sand extractors are also okay for the ratio, and together that is enough for around 3,500 people. So also that is covered. Nice, we are prepared for the future. So we can now focus on the quest. So we have Radiant Future and we have Evacuation. So save the inhabitants of uninhabited islands. Warehouse 1. Okay, then... not T, sorry, here. So, then I guess it's time to go to that island here.
Production halted.
Yeah, Eve, don't worry. Time to evacuate people, yeah. Yeah, the blue highlight doesn't really match with the post-processing. So it's quite hard to see those. And also, compared to Anno 1800, Anno 2070 did the right thing of always placing more objects to be found than is actually needed, though for some quests Anno 1800 does it, for others it does not. That is also some quite interesting and inconsequential.
I'm counting on you, so don't...
Are you smiling because you... Good work, really.
Okay, so here we get the rice. Yeah. Improves all eco buildings. Nice.
Good, but the case isn't closed yet.
Good, how about we reduce our maintenance cost?
All systems online.
Yeah, that helps us quite a bit. So, now time to scan the second island.
Thank you. This data will allow my... The Eden engineers have modified the design of the weather control stations based on...
Expansion of base of operations completed.
You gotta be shitting me. How am I supposed to do that? Do you really want me to get rid of my entire city? Or do you want me to outsource my production to Rice Island, which also won't really help? Like, how am I supposed to do this now? We already have a perfect coverage. That will be completely temporary as a means. Yeah, that is... Okay, so, I know that I can't really win this on the normal way. What I can do, however, is that I can temporarily disable my communicator production once we are full with communicators,
Warning.
and that is what I'm most likely
Production
going to do.
breakdown.
Like, seriously. So now having already built such a huge city is not really helping. So we're going to pause that one and that one, as well as that one and that one. Okay, you're not reducing the eco balance, right? Nope, you're not. It's really mostly our communicator production. So, and how long are we supposed to hold that status? Apparently not eternally. Ah, I see. We have to completely demolish those.
The weather control stations work.
The weather control stations can actually kiss my ass because I was now forced to destroy half of my industry and now to rebuild it. That was expensive, Yana. What am I supposed to think of that? Like, seriously. Okay, so Yana is now giving me vegetables. We are able to get rice from the other island, so we should be able to get engineers in this episode. At least that seems to be the goal.
Hey,
So use for vegetable seeds. Are we going to use it there or maybe on the second island? Nah, the second island is too small.
New
Okay, so
fertility
now we get
available.
vegetable fertility. I will also have to move to the other island. Probably also have to build a shipyard. Yeah, we're going for a small freighter. It might actually have been better to use it here. Because I'm going to improve the eco balance here quite a bit. At least, that is the goal.
Registering energy shortage.
Yeah, energy shortage, whatever. We are getting to the energy part, Eve. Don't you worry. See, everything is fine. Would also be have been great if it would factor into the eco balance how many trees you have in the island, you know, to give an incentive to the player to actually go for forestation. I think that might actually have, that would have actually been a great feature and would also send a little bit of a message to players everywhere. You know, like nature is important, trees are important, and so on. Just a realistic thing. And maybe also to plant different kinds of trees and plants to show like, yeah, we need biodiversity for an ecosystem, otherwise, well, the ecosystem dies. Stuff like that. You know, a little bit about, a little lesson about ecology. That would actually not be too bad, if you ask me.
Eco balance. Values rising.
Yeah, but not as much as they should be. Well, that is unfortunate. So we actually will have to build the main production here on this island. Okay, that is no problem. So we have around 3,000 people. That means we need around 5 productions. So normally I would say we go for 5 layouts. That would actually be sufficient. We can probably do with a bit more. Since, if I recall correctly, biofood is one of the few production lines where the ratios per population class don't change that much.
Warning. Decreased fertility due to pollution.
Yeah, don't you worry, Eve. I'm working on that. You will see once I've built all the all the monitoring stations. Okay, that did not work as intended. But this does. So we are working with 90% efficiency simply because this is a combined building, if I recall correctly, so it is being used by both factions. One, two, three, four. Okay, so there is that. And also, if we go for that little subtle message about, hey, plant more trees, that would also have a little side effect that would actually be quite nice. And that is that players like me would not pave everything with roads. I mean, Anno 1800 did that a bit with the natural beauty of the attractiveness.
Game saved.
Okay, that should now definitely be enough rice. Interesting, we didn't even go to Vietnam. Okay, that was maybe a bit of a joke. So, you are the rice one, and we are going to create a trade route. New trade route for rice. Okay, maybe put a number before that. 1, 2. So, at Rainbow's End, we are going to load in our rice. Unload it in Omicron. Where we are now going to work on having enough vegetables. And that is going to be a super expensive production line because we are going to need many of them.
Negative environmental influences reduce fertility.
For the simple reason that they should react a bit harder to the radiation that we have here on this island. Okay then, so first one of those and bam, bam, bam. Oh. I thought that would be heavier. Okay, then I guess we are totally fine. So I can place here 1.5 layout. I guess most of the stuff will take care of itself once we have a pasta production with the next population class. But overall, we should be totally fine. Only thing I'm now a bit concerned about is our energy production, but also that is something that can, when in doubt, fix on a temporary basis. Okay, so now we have 6 of those, and we have here on that side a bit more. Here we have 8. Well, as a temporary solution, we can go for a waste compactor. Oh no, thermal power station. Waste compactor was Tycoon. With that, we now got a bit more energy. And that will, in return, allow us to support now a few of these. They're even using wood as a building material, and everything would look so nice if we would have not that dark post-processing.
I wonder what you're planning to do next.
Okay, that means the next step for you is that we are going to reduce taxes.
Registering change in demographics.
And in return, now get our first eco-engineers. Isn't that great? As soon as we have a few more engineers, we need 1,200. But before that, I'm already paving the roads with the proper road system. Okay then, so everything will just get a little whiter and brighter, which is the most important part. A bit of brightness, so that our city becomes more pleasant to look at. And I wish this decorated one would also increase our eco balance, like it actually does for Tilda Jorgensen.
Warning. Production breakdown.
Wait, we are not producing enough vegetables? Okay then, if that is the case, we can fix that. 2, 3, 4. Oh, look at that. Now we can build production roads. Yay. Time to do exactly that. And that was wrong on so many levels. So this one is not needed, but that is needed. Okay, so more vegetables. We need that. 2, 3, 4. I'm cutting a bit into my wood production. I mean, we are not going to need this for long. We will, as soon as we have a proper energy production, we will have a severe overproduction on agricultural goods. Dum 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 dum. So for some reason that one is not getting
Warning.
enough.
Production
Is it
halted.
really because of our vegetable production, or did we just not have enough transport cars, which we just saw? No, it was not because of the transport cards. Now I know my issue. God, I'm so stupid. Yeah, the ratio is 1 to 2. We need 2 vegetable farms per rice farm. Well, otherwise it simply won't work. Okay then, just more rice production. More vegetable production, not rice production. Oh, come on. Sometimes I'm just a bit confused. Okay then, and then we get here the next layout. Okay, we need a distance of 4 tiles. Yeah, that seems to work. So there's that and that. So now we should definitely have enough vegetables. Yeah. Okay, now up to 1,200 engineers.
Building selection expanded.
And apparently, I also forgot there a piece of road. And we have now also reached a point where I need to be a bit careful. For a simple reason that stuff like
Registering energy shortage.
diseases may happen. There's slight energy shortage. So how many of those do we have? Not yet enough, I see. Okay, on the positive side is we can build the thermal power plant here. Another one there, another one here. Get rid of that one. We are now positive on energy again. Build here another education network. What a nice way to say propaganda in eco. Okay, so 1, 2. Also on that side. I'm running low on wood now. Apparently I did not store enough. Maybe I simply need to double our production. Okay then, so...
You can really be proud of yourself. I am anyway.
Game saved.
But it's also interesting, we are working here with 16% reduced taxes. Still positive on money, and also we don't have the deep ocean benefits,
Additional
meaning...
buildings.
Did you just see that report on TV? More and more people are immigrating all the time.
About buying shares and so on. Because that actually makes the game way easier. With the deep ocean expansion, money is totally no problem in this game. Come on, I just want to be prepared for the next chapters. So now we have enough engineers. And now it's about time to create a glass production. I totally don't want to overdo it because I want these monitor stations. So it might be that we can only build one glass production. But if we notice that we get more than enough limestone, then we might build another one. So, and before we build a monitoring station, it's time to build our offshore wind parks. Which are, if you ask me personally, totally overpowered. So... I actually hoped we would get a bit more out of monitoring station. Apparently we only get plus 40 eco balance. So what does our limestone say? Yeah, it's balanced. Now we can also get rid of those. Build our little hospitals. We can now build our first monitoring stations. Which shall improve our eco-balance at least a bit. Oh, we can also build them here. That would probably have been a wiser decision. But then on the other side we got here 6 mine sites, so if we get our... Yeah, why am I not doing that? I'm stupid. Okay, so we are going to make that space here available again. At least the one where we built the limestone quarry. Yeah.
Vehicle
That is going to
completed.
be made available. So you are going to be the limestone one. We are going to collect from 2 quarries from this island. So, number 1, number 2. And that weather control station did not much help. New trading route 03 limestone from here to there. So we can also double our glass production. And that one here was just an oopsie. So, and slowly but steadily we are stabilizing this island.
Registering energy shortage.
Energy shortage my ass, Eve. I'm working on that. So, will we get a positive eco balance? I guess not. Unless, of course, we also move our copper production over here. Since we are only getting rice here. Yep, that is something that should work. But that is something that we are going to do in the next episode. For this episode, I mean, we already have 37 minutes of length. So, it's time to take a proper thumbnail, and we are building a city here in the radiated zone. So that alone is impressive enough. And yeah, as always, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If yes, please consider giving it a thumbs up as a nice, neat little feedback for me. And yeah, if you have any direct feedback, questions, or whatsoever, then just type it down in the comments. I will make sure to read it all. And yeah. You may also join our community Discord, for which you'll find an invitation in the video description down below. And if you want to get notified when the next episode is being uploaded, just make sure you're subscribed to the channel and that notifications are activated. And with that, I say goodbye and see you next time in Anno 2070. Bye bye!